Good morning, it's math time. We will be wrapping up our study of coins over the next 2 days, today and tomorrow. Again, we are on day 29 in our CMS packet. So I want to talk to you a little bit about today's activity. Today's activity asks you to get some coins, find them in a piggy bank. Maybe your family has a jar where they collect change. Reach in there and get a handful of coins. You're going to get all kinds of different coins when you reach in that jar for a handful. Okay, so I have this little elephant bowl that I collect all my change in every night when I get home from work or whatever. So I'm going to reach inside of this and I'm going to grab a handful of change. All right, and you see my handful of change right there. Then I'm going to sort that change on a table right in front of me. I'm going to sort it into groups, okay? So we have four different coins. We have pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. So based on that, I'm going to then sort my coins into those categories. So this first coin here, this is the largest coin. It's got George Washington on it. So this is a quarter. So that's going to be one group. I sort through here and I find I have a bunch of the copper colored coins. So, and they are worth 1 cent. Can you guys name it? It's a penny. So I've actually got several of them. So I'm going to stack them into a stack. Keep finding more and more pennies. Then I'm going to tell you I've actually found another quarter. So that goes into the quarter stack. Here's a coin that I haven't had yet. This has got Monticello on it on one side. It's got Thomas Jefferson. We know that this is the nickel. So I'm going to have my nickel stack. And I got a bunch of pennies. In my hand here, I actually do not have any dimes, I don't believe. So my dimes would be 0 for this stack of coins. Hopefully you want to get a good mix. You want to make sure, I'm going to reach back in here and see if I can't find some dimes. All right, I reached in and I found 3 dimes. So now I've got some dimes too. So I have my stacks right here, okay? I am going to create a tally mark chart based on what these stacks show me. So I have 1, 2, 3, I have 4 quarters. So I'm going to put 4 tally marks next underneath quarters. 4 quarters. There's my 4 tally marks, okay? I have 1 nickel, so that's going to get just 1 tally mark. And, oh, you know what? I counted that wrong. I actually have 2 nickels, so all I have to do is add another tally mark to the nickels. And let's see, my dimes, I have 1, 2, 3 dimes in this stack of dimes. It's 3 of them. So 3 dimes, 3 tally marks. And I had a lot of pennies. So let me count my pennies, okay? Here's my large stack of pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I have 8 pennies. Remember, when we are doing tally marks, when we get to 5, the 5th one is when we slash across, right? So watch as I do this. I have 8 pennies, so I'm going to show 8 in tally marks, okay? And that is how I show the 8 because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is my slash across, 6, 7, 8 below. Okay, so I created my tally chart. You are going to do the same thing. Use your use your journal, your math journal, your journal that you've been collecting all of your information in. Use your journal or a piece of paper to collect your data into a tally chart, and then you are going to answer some questions on your the CMS packet has a graph you are going to have to fill in based on this chart, and you have some questions to answer. There's some questions underneath it, and there's also questions at the top of the page, okay? So that is your task for today. So you are working with money. You are going to collect some data with your coins, and then you are going to put that into a bar graph and answer questions, okay? So for example, my data is going to be different than yours, okay? Because you're reaching into your own piggy bank or jar of money to collect, to pull your coins out, okay? So I would take this T chart right here. I'm so sorry, this tally chart, and I would look at the totals to be able to fill out my bar graph. So for example, the first thing it asks for on the bar graph is quarters. So I would look over here and say, well, let's see, quarters. I had 4 quarters, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 tally marks. So when I go to fill in my chart, my bar graph, I'm going to go up 4 boxes. And it would look something like that. I did it very quickly, okay? So your data is going to be different than mine because you're pulling, your own handful out, okay? So have fun with this task, guys. I look forward to seeing your work. Always share it with me. Feel free to take pictures of it, share it with me, have your parents send it to me, and just have fun with it, okay? Bye.